Hello and welcome to Dee Dee Blooms. In this video I wanted to feature a few blooms that are going on that are just special and wonderful to me, and want to wish everyone a happy Halloween this week coming up. Have a safe, happy holiday. And so let's start with this beautiful Phalaenopsis I have here. She is the very second Phalaenopsis. I call her Pink Star. It's a NOID, and she is the second orchid in my collection that started me off on my hobby, me really getting into orchids. She was potted up with another orchid, and the two colorations just, I couldn't resist, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm probably going to kill you quickly or slowly, but I finally figured out how to grow orchids, because I previously unfortunately did not do well with orchids. So I stayed away from them for many years. And so again, this is a NOID. I have a feeling there might be some equestrus background in this one, maybe even a little bit of Schilleriana. I don't know. I am not an ID expert by any means, but very, very pretty. I loved the shape. It's a different star-like shape, which caught my eye compared to all the other rounded petals that were on display that day almost 4 years ago. Now, no fragrance, and I've repotted her a couple times since I've had her, and she's doing great. Beautiful, beautiful hybrid, NOID hybrid. So next I want to feature is my Stenoglottis. And if you watch my channel at all, you may have seen a video I posted in the springtime showing my repotting of this particular one. This is Gladus Venus, and it says how it blooms in the fall, and it sure does. It's in full bloom now. I've got 2 spikes, and it's called Jamboree. It's an HCC AOS awarded orchid, and I got it from Santa Barbara Orchid Estate about 2 years ago, I want to say. Looks like I repotted this on April of 2024. I was late in handling my habanerias and my Stenoglottis, and the sad thing is my habanerias just fizzled out. I did not get to any blooms. And actually one of them rotted. So what happens is sometimes with habanerias, not to get too far off topic, if you get water too close to the base, they easily rot, and I think that's what happened. So they can be challenging, but I hope maybe they'll still come back. But this orchid grew beautifully. It has lovely green with dark brown spotted leaves. It's going towards its dormancy, which is all normal. As it spiked, the leaves started to go over, and then it has these lovely little spritish pink spotted lip colored flowers that start blooming from the base and then keep working their way up. You can see one of the spikes still has buds forming. Oh, actually, so it's both spikes. And this particular one is growing in my back grow room, which is like a tropical environment. It stays warm year round, so it's an intermediate to warm room. This particular orchid could be grown outdoors. So it's very temperature tolerant. It can handle colder temperatures and warmer temperatures. The warmer if you keep it watered fairly well, but I couldn't keep it. I started growing this outside when I first got it, and I couldn't keep up with the watering, so it's been blooming, not a problem inside. So it doesn't need a temperature drop or anything to do the blooms. And they're just so pretty, this spire of pink and spots. I've not detected a fragrance. I might not be smelling at the right time, I don't know. I didn't mention for my Phalaenopsis, this grows in my front northern grow area. Pretty much the majority of my Phalaenopsis grow up there that need a temperature drop in order to spike. I do have some species that do not need a drop in temperature to spike. Those I grow in the back grow room where this one grows. I thought this would be a good point to insert pictures of my Stenoglottis macloughlini woodsii. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correct, but this one did also bloom for me. So I have two Stenoglottis, the Venus Jamboree, and this one, and so it put out 2 spikes for me. It had 2 growths. It was so pretty and lasted for quite a while, and this was the best I got. I didn't make a video, I didn't catch any other pictures, and I just don't know what happened. I think the time just got away from me, and I just didn't catch any more of images, but here it is, so lovely. I love these little miniature orchids. The next one that is starting to bloom is a new acquisition that I showed in my Equigenera haul. This is the Prosthecea livida, and I just potted this up this month. I got it at the open house earlier this month in October, and it had a spike when I purchased it. It's this beautiful wispier kind of looking Prosthecea. Most of you might be familiar with Prosthecea cochleata, which I also have. It's kind of known as the squid orchid or the octopus flowering orchid. It's very pretty, fragrant, not super fragrant, or so far mine hasn't been. But when I saw Prosthecea, and this is a species, I knew I wanted to try to grow it. And I got another type of Prosthecea. If you want to go check out that haul video, that's a lot larger than this one. So this is a lot smaller of a plant. And look at the cutest little flowers starting to open. So it's got like minty green backdrop and this chocolate brown coloration over the green, a white lip, and inside is like a kind of a frilliness or some bumps. I hope that's coming through okay, with some spots in there, very textured. And the sepals are facing forward. I've not detected a fragrance. If there's supposed to be one, I might be missing it. Maybe it's a morning fragrance or an evening fragrance. Right now it's the evening. I don't know. I don't smell anything, but very pretty. I just think it's so dainty and pretty. I really like it. I like the look of it too, the wispiness. Next, I have an Angraecum in bloom. I've had this for about 3 years or close to 3 years. This is my Angraecum distictum. Sorry. And it can bloom from summer throughout. Well, it's started blooming for me this fall, not the summer. It's an intermediate grower, East and Central Africa. I grow this in my back grow room, which is the warm grow room. I got this from Santa Barbara Orchid Estate. Actually, I got this the same time I got the Stenoglottis Venus. So it's been a little over 2 years I've had both of these. I know I just said 3 years. I feel like I've had this one longer, but that's not correct. I'm sorry, I had to pause there. I just had a sneezing fit. So I'm going to say close to 2.5 years. Because it was a spring, early summer open house I went to at Santa Barbara Orchid Estates. And this little Angraecum is so adorable. It is a lot thirstier than I expected. So unfortunately, it has suffered some neglect under my care. You can see the shriveled leaves. But I've been working hard to try to keep it watered more frequently. When I repot this, I am going to put it into self-watering. But these beautiful, very fragrant for the tininess of the flowers, very fragrant white little flowers. Sorry, I'm shaking. So cute. They look like, I don't know, little cherubs with wings. Like a hooded cherub with wings. And the sepals are the downward facing sepals are the arms. The top petal that I'm touching is the body, and the lower petals are the wings. It's so cute. And it's really starting to branch out for me. When I first bought this, it was just a little stub of a growth, like maybe not much bigger than this one back here. Or wait, no, that leads to a bigger one. Like not much bigger than this one back here. And then it had one longer one, which actually was this one. And this one has doubled in size. It is now branching out. You can see this new growth. It branched out this new growth, which is blooming, and this new growth, which is blooming. And it's also grown from the base of the plant. So it's been growing, actually I think this was potentially the original. Or maybe this was, sorry, I'm not gonna remember. This is probably, these two longer ones are probably the originals. And then these two are the newer growths from the base. Yes, 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 yes. And so this is starting to branch right here. You can see old flower spikes, those brown sheaths. Some more brown sheaths where it bloomed previously. And where it skipped is probably when I wasn't doing so good with the watering. But it's such a pretty pop of color, and I really enjoy the look of the leaves. And I can't wait for this to keep growing and get a bit more bushy. Excited that it's been growing so many more growths for me. And just love it. I recommend it. Just keep it better watered than how I'm doing. So there's that. And then next is also a brand new one that I got at the same time earlier this month with the Prosthecea livida. This is the Keforia, Alice Marlow. And I just did a Cochleanthes type orchid video. So that's where in that video, I discovered this was in bud. And so it has opened the 2 flowers. And I just love it. It's so pretty. It's sweetly fragrant. It's a little diminished in the evening, but it's been fragrant all day. Look at her lip and the kind of the ridged pattern of the lip. Deep, deep rose pink. Kind of a peachy pink on the petals and sepals. Here's the other one. Let's look at the back. The back is very beautifully colored as well. This one is a bit more curly. The top petal is very curly, and so are the bottom petals. So let's see. See how you can see the petals just fine? This one's more curly. I wonder if this one opens second. It's so cool. I love it. And while I was prepping for this video, I found some more buds getting ready to pop up. There's one there, and there's a couple more. Oh, actually one got busted. I was really sad. Got busted off. Where's the other one? There's at least two more buds. But this is pretty lush of foliage, so there could be more hiding. Oh, there's one. So yeah, that's the bloom feature today. This week, again, we've got Halloween coming up. And I love fall time with orchids and the beautiful flowers at the fall time. Spring and fall, I think, is sometimes the best. You can get some real treasures in the summer, like you get more Cattleya blooms and Catasetum. So you get some real treasures with all that, but kind of even more of a steady, or more of a plethora, let's say, of blooms are in the spring and the fall. So have a lot more in bloom, let's just say, than winter for sure. And then summer, I don't know. My plumerias do way better in the summer than most of my other orchids. I get some zygopetalums going, but anyway, so far it's a beautiful fall with colors and varying different orchid blooms, and I've got more stuff in spike, and I will feature some more blooms in the near future, so stay tuned. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening or day, and look forward to you possibly checking out more of my videos. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks again. Bye.